It's back, the 2024 child tax credit. How much could you get and who is eligible? Your maximum that you can claim is up to 6,000 for 2 or more children. These are the list of states which have approved all the latest news, potential expansion of the child tax credit. All the exact dates, all the details, how much you could receive, when the money is arriving, and what is the eligibility criteria. And this is a hot topic, potential expansion in 2024 with more details coming from the Congress. Congress is considering to expand the child tax credit into the 2024, potentially benefiting the lowest income families. You may still be able to claim the additional child tax credit, which refunds up to 1,500 per child. And if you paid for the child care, you may also qualify for the child and dependent care credit. Maximum that you can claim is up to 3,000 for one child under age 13 or dependent with disabilities, or 6,000 for 2 or more children. And with all the details that are coming out recently, eligible families can collect between $1,050 to $2,100 through the child tax credit payment. And there is more money coming onto the way, more money is being approved. Without a further ado, make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and let's jump right into the specific details. So with the child tax credit, this offers the much needed boost and refund to the countless Americans. This payment can worth up to $2,000 but isn't available everywhere for the 2024, so it's really important, crucial to check, are you eligible, who can get this money. There are 14 states out of 50 states which are offering the assistance, while other states are still debating whether to give the child tax credit payment or not. So it's really worth keeping eye on to what's really going on with the latest developments. So which states are offering the child tax credit payments right here into the 2024? We have actually got the list of states, and the states offering the child tax credit including California, Colorado, Idaho, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oklahoma, Oregon, Utah, and Vermont. So these are the states which are approved to provide the child tax credit. So you could claim as high as $2,000 per child under the age of 17. Now, child tax credit into the United States are financial benefits provided to eligible parents and guardians to assist the cost of raising a child. Now, typically, all the people, those who are qualifying under the families to claim the credit, can claim up to $2,000 per child under the age of 17, with an additional 600 for additional children under age 6. This one is a partially refundable credit, meaning that families can receive the portion of the refund even if they have little or no federal income tax liability. So it's always worth to check out the latest information. And with that being said, what is the criteria for 2024? Now, there are several rules involved in order to protect the collective wealth of Americans. So it's possible to contact any attorney to review any legal work and to check out the eligibility, how much can you claim. But this is the general idea. Here is the general condition, how much you can claim through the child tax credit. So your modified adjusted gross income MHEI, it should be $239,000, or it should be less than $479,000, or less for the joint filers. Otherwise, government will not provide anything in terms of child tax credit. And the child whom you are claiming the credit must have been under the age of 17 as of December 31st, 2023. And they must also possess a valid social security number, and child should be your legally or recognized child, stepchild, foster child, sibling, or half brother or half sister, or a descendant of one of these categories, including grandchild or nephew. Also, child must not have contributed more than half of their own financial support in relevant tax year. They should not have resided with you more than half of the year, and you must not claim as a dependent on your tax return. Also, you need to be US citizen or resident alien in order to claim this money. And with the recent developments right here to the child tax credit 2024, if you have a children under age 17, you may be eligible for child tax credit, potentially reducing your tax liability. Now, remember, talking about the specifics and all the details, well, your child must be under age 17 as of December 31st, 2023, and must have valid social security number and meet other specified criteria like I described. Talking about all the specific dates, well, the child tax credit for the tax year 2024 is under review, with potential changes is expected by January 29th. This is gonna be a really crucial one, and this is the first day of the tax filing, so make sure you note this date. Talking about the benefit details, well, maximum credit per child is $2,000 per children, which is not refundable this year. Talking up income eligibility, well, if your MHEI is $500,000 or less for individuals or $400,000 or less for joint filers, you qualify for the child tax credit. This credit phases out by $50 for every $1,000 above the income limit and completely ending at $240,000 for individuals and $480,000 for joint filers. And this is a hot topic, potential expansion in 2024 with more details coming from the Congress. Congress is considering to expand the child tax credit into the 2024, potentially benefiting the lowest income families. Congress aims to finalize the expansion deal by January 29 in order to align with the tax return filing start date. So guys, make sure you note all the latest news for the potential expansion of the child tax credit. You can claim the child tax credit by entering eligible children onto the form 1040 and attaching that to the schedule 8812, and you can also claim additional child tax credit and the child dependent care credit, which can refund up to 1500 per child and cover childcare expenses respectively. Now, whether Congress will expand the child tax credit in 2024, this is a hot button issue, hot topic. They are still debating whether to expand, and they should meet the deal by January 29 according to some reports. If approved, this would allow lowest income families to claim child tax credit for each child. Now, what if the credit is more than what you owe in taxes? Well, the child tax credit this year is non-refundable. That means your tax liability exceeds than you get from the credit, so you forfeit the differences. You may still be able to claim the additional child tax credit, which refunds up to 1500 per child. And if you paid for the child care, you may also qualify for the child and dependent care credit. Depending on your circumstances, you can declare 20 to 35% of your child care expenses. So your maximum that you can claim is up to 3000 for one child under age 13 or dependent with disabilities, or 6000 for two or more children. Now remember, you required to have earned some income in order to qualify for the credit, and care must not have been provided by a spouse or family member. And these are the list of states which have approved. More than dozen states approved the child tax credit as of right now. You can check out the portal for all the latest details, exact news. And with that being said, child tax credit headlines are making the rounds each and every day, so it's worth keeping eye on to all the latest developments. Make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and this is Kedar from How to Guys. See you in the next video.